To be honest, I think we're all a generation that are living for likes, and we want to address this in this video.
So I'm sure you've done it now. Like you see a nice sunset, you see something cool, and your first thought is not, oh, look at that beautiful sunset. It's, I can take a picture here, and this will get me a lot of likes. Or look at this video of me doing this, or I'll share this, and this will get me a lot of likes. And we're the first generation to go through this that has access to social media and access to these little hit of endorphin that we get every time somebody likes our post, every time someone shares what we share, every time someone affirms our thoughts and our feelings about ourselves. And the problem is we can get trapped in that cycle like any addict does, that once we get it, we enjoy it, we want more of it, and it keeps coming back. Do you find that yourself? You fall into that trap?
No,
No, never. Just me then. Just me.
Yeah, well, what I think is interesting, there's an interesting book of Charles Duhigg.
Charles.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah, it's very interesting, the power of habit, and for me it was very revealing actually how habits work, in the sense of that you have first what he calls a trigger, then you have a routine, whatever actually you do, and then you have a reward, and your brain just saves it that way.
Yeah.
So basically you, and you said endorphin, I think the discussion right now is much on dopamine as well.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting that actually when you like stuff, it's really, you're taking like sort of an internal drug.
Yeah.
I didn't know that before, you know, and I think it's coming out more and more now, this conversation also. So yeah, if you are now 15 years old, maybe, or 14 years, just know that whenever you look on your phone, you get a little drug, okay?
Yeah.
Which is in the long run going to destroy you. Why? Because you get short attention span.
Yeah.
That's one thing. You get used to a pleasure. And you know, if you want to achieve something great in the world, and I hope you want to achieve something great, you need to have delayed gratification.
Yeah, you need to work for things. And the problem with, you know, we can post something straight away and we're checking straight away, and we're upset if we're not getting a number of likes straight away, and we feel ignored. And you know, think what happens when you don't get likes, when that post isn't liked, or when you don't get as much feedback as you thought. You start to value your own worth, and you start to question your own worth and think, you know, what's going on here? Why are people not liking my pictures or whatever?
And you know, the good thing is that your parents, they are now in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
Why? Because 2014, around 13, 14, they all start to go on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And they have exactly the same problem as you. So it's very good to have maybe a family conversation, or have a conversation with your friends, and don't be stupid, you know? For example, Steve Jobs, when the iPad came out, they asked him, so the iPad came out, and what did your children say? And he said, you know what, my children never saw it, and they will not till a certain age. And you go like, well, I think Tim Cook's doing the same from Apple, and because these guys, they know the power of it and how it destroys your character.
I think, when you're talking about habits, it's about forming good habits. And the habits that we all fall into, picking our phone up the first thing in the morning or the last thing at night, they're not good for us. And I think we all know that, and I think we feel that. And it's about developing and disciplining ourselves in good habits that will maybe not give us the immediate reward, but in the long term will shape us into the people we want to become.
So what Charlie is advising to do is to say, okay, you have this cycle, you know, of trigger, routine, and then the reward. What you need to do is to exchange, like the trigger is always the same. The trigger is like you see your phone, you go like, oh, I want to see the phone. But then to exchange the routine, what you actually do, in order to get the same experience. So instead of, that's not completely wrong, but instead of grabbing your phone, eat some chocolate, and you get also the effect, you know, you could do this. It's wrong to just, then you will get fat, you know, but do something else. Run, for example, you get also, it also produces some substance in you. So, but the thing is, Christianity, and that's what we're about, you know, and what the Bible says, it goes even deeper because it will bring you to a point where you won't even have the trigger anymore. And this is what the Son of God said, when the Son will make you free, you shall be free indeed.
Yeah.
This is a freedom that you won't get through Tony Robbins and you won't get through reading books and stuff like this. It's a completely different level, but it's the only thing you get when you go to the Son of God. And yeah, we'll see that in the next videos. Cool. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching till the end. And if you want to stay in the loop, just click on subscribe
This
below
button here.
or leave a comment and we'll stay in touch.